Hello and welcome everyone to a very special episode of Spreading the Nerd. I'm your host, Clint Coombs, as well as always, if I can talk correctly, Rick is joining me as co-host. And for some good news right out of the gate, we're going to say that Freight is with us, but not as a guest, but more as a permanent member. Me and Rick were talking on the side, and I said, I've always wanted to have a threesome. Let's ask and see.
Whoa, wait. Where was that conversation?
Was this the wrong chat? I can maybe the wrong chat. But anyways, Freight, aka Nick, has decided to join us and will be with us more permanently, and to kind of round out me and Rick into a better stable area. So thank you very much, Nick, for joining us and dealing with us.
Oh yeah, man, I love it. Every time I came on, as soon as you guys offered, I was like, yeah, I'm in. I just great community, great vibes, and I called the chair.
That's right.
It's just my kink. I don't know.
Yeah, to elaborate slightly, with schedules being a little bit crazy, we started thinking it wouldn't hurt to have a third that way instead of scrambling a day or two before to see if Silkenit wants to join us, which he's certainly always welcome to do so if he wants. But we now
there's always room for four.
Mm-hmm.
We can always pair off.
If we to share,
that way if somebody can't make it, whatever, it's no big deal. We can just roll with what we got. But also on top of that, it's no big surprise that Clint and I tend to have pretty similar opinions on a lot of things. And I was like, I really would like to get somebody that has a lot of different perspective on things, and not to butter him up while he's here, but Freight has very good rapport with both of us, and I've always liked the way that he's presented his opinions and how he is able to say what he thinks and stuff like that. So I was like, what, he seems like a perfect fit if he is interested, and I am glad he accepted.
Same.
Sorry, my headphones are getting a little tight. My head's kind of growing a little bit.
All right, let's
Sorry,
take it down a bit here.
Yeah.
Take it down. Let's see. We really just wanted somebody else to make fun of on here, so
hey,
yeah,
fair game.
But yes, very very welcome that you're here, and thank you for joining this little family that we got going on here. So, but special episode for you guys. We'll go over some news in a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Talk about what we've been playing. We have a little segment towards the end here called Review Match Game. I don't know if that's the best word for it, but it's gonna work. So basically,
before we do that,
oh Jesus, here we go.
I have to talk about something.
Can I say what the segment's about first?
All right, it's fine.
So anyways, the segment, and then we'll let Rick have his little whatever he's going to have. So the segment will be that we've each picked 3 games, and we've gone to Metacritic and picked out one of the better reviews and one of the worst reviews, and we're going to read out that review and see if the other 2 people can guess the game that we are talking about. So it should be interesting. So take it, Rick.
So today is Friday, February 27th, and 5 days ago on Sunday the 22nd, a very major event happened that I have to talk about. It is right underneath my chin as we speak. Yeah, you knew what it was. I told you I had a chance to talk about
yes,
it.
Yes.
Team USA hockey pulled in the double gold. Now, technically, the first gold happened on Friday. It was the women. But the big one is the men, because that hadn't happened in 46 years, since 1980. Funny enough, to the day. That is unbelievable that it actually happened on the anniversary of it, the 46th anniversary of the Miracle on Ice.
Oh, was it to the day?
It was to the day.
That's pretty cool.
February 22nd, 1980 is when... Now, they didn't win the gold then, but they beat the Soviets. And yeah, I know everyone's here to talk about games. I don't care. You're going to hear about this because the truth is, I'm kind of joking about it. This genuinely meant the world to me.
Because I was talking baseball, so you're good.
I like baseball as well. But this was awesome. It was amazing to see the guys, beat a slightly favored team. I mean, this wasn't David and Goliath like it was in 1980, but a slightly favored Canadian team and a very good one. A lot of discussion as to whether it was potentially the best roster of all time. I don't think I agree. I mean, you had some pretty major talent on it, although obviously Sidney Crosby not playing was a pretty big detriment to them, but their bottom couple lines were bad. But anyway, that was some of the most on edge I've ever been. Like, me and Clint were texting. I had a hard time texting because I was so freaking wired and so nervous. And I am not joking. When Jack Hughes, love that man, scored that goal, I had to watch the replay because I couldn't remember the goal because I stood up and screamed and ran around the house. I am not. There's not an ounce of hyperbole. I was by myself, also, to be fair, but I was hoarse. I was screaming so loud and just shouting "Let's go" and all that stuff. I love hockey. I've always loved hockey, and to see, I'd never seen the gold medal because it happened 3 years before I was even born, right? So to finally see it, I've seen my boys take 5 cups in my lifetime. I've never seen a gold medal. So the fact that I finally got to, absolutely, genuinely amazing. And I'm not afraid to say it actually brought me to tears. I actually was that excited about it.
That's awesome, though. That's great.
I got to ask, how long did it take for your dogs to come out of hiding after you jumped up and screamed?
She wasn't here. She won't. She usually goes with my wife. She usually goes with my wife to her mom's house.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I was like Rick was saying.
We might have to do that. Well, I'll tell you what the best review is. The best review was, well, I don't know this. The worst review was Nathan McKinnon, Mr. Sour Grapes himself. I'll let you be the judge as to who the better team was. Well, Mr. McKinnon, we don't have to. That's the fun part. The scoreboard tells us. Boom, let's go.
The shots on goals differential was
Canada was better.
That was crazy.
Canada was absolutely the better team. There's no doubt about it. But it doesn't matter.
But in the end,
history does not remember the better team. They remember the one who wins.
That's right. It's the beauty of sports. Anybody can win on any given night.
Yep.
And you're welcome, Silking It. I'd like to say that I put out the energy there because I mean, Clinton can probably tell you there were not too many people out there that were more like invested in this game than me.
Yeah. No, it was good, and I'm trying to get into hockey more. I've always liked hockey, and I've wanted to get into it. Luckily, I was downtime. I was able to watch the game, so and it was super fast paced. I remember texting Rick, and I was like, "I'm having anxiety." I was like, "Is this usually this fast?"
Yeah, no. You got to remember, this was genuinely like. This was a superstar of superstar game. Like, that was just it, which was funny because the actual NHL started back up on Wednesday, and you watched it. It looked so slow in comparison because you had both teams were 4 first lines basically. It was honestly insane. But that's what it is. It's best on best. You don't have a rush up, but outside of that, it's close you get there. But yeah, no, that was it. Genuinely is probably in the top 2 or 3 hockey games ever played. It was that good.
It was. So, Freight, since you are our newest member, how about you go first and tell us what you've been playing this week, or what have you been up to entertainment wise?
Well, let's see. I've been streaming some Stellar Blade, gooning out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fable's been in there watching with me, and Rick was there watching me. Not playing as much of the game as I would like. There's probably 5 hours I streamed. Roughly an hour and a half of that was being completely lost, running around and not being able to figure it out.
Hilariously, an area that's actually kind of hard to get lost in too.
I'm like, everybody's like, try this, try that, and then like it's just like this stupid button that I just walk past a million times.
I hate it when that shit happens.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been playing, doing some installs on my computer, or at least attempting to. That Silicon has referenced there has gone terrible. I'll have to talk to about it on the back end. I think these guys have heard about it a little bit, but I swear I went to download one thing. Instead, I downloaded or I installed like 9 other programs, but not the one thing I wanted. So I don't know what's up with that. It's usually like LimeWire all over again.
Yeah, you did say that. Yep.
But other than that, Cross on Wednesday was really good, and Marathon.
Yep. Nice. How are you liking Marathon so far?
Complicated. I will say I absolutely love it. I love the vibe. I love the feel. The movement feels really good without being too fast paced. There's a good balance there with, you can really push to your advantage and maneuver, but then you kind of have to sit there and go slow for a while. The aesthetics, like I said, is really, really nice.
Mhm.
And even just the set combat itself is very snappy, which we know it's Bungie. That's what they do. It does really well. The AI is really tanky. The problem I have is maps feel a little small. They're very dense. So there is a lot of learning involved with trying to figure
Yeah.
out, the different navigation throughout and different corners that you can take to, cut people off. The other thing is it's weird for being what I thought would be more PvP focused. And it is. When you do see people, you almost never see people. It's always bots.
I did. The one
Yeah.
that I actually did kill somebody too.
Yeah.
Okay, so we played last night. It was my buddy Panda and Clutch Kwando. We jumped into a game, and the first game we got in, got out. We went to, I think we came in at 20 minutes left. We extracted the 5 minutes left. Never saw a single soul. Second game, we start looting. We find one team, we're fighting them. The second team comes in, and we ended up walking away the victor out of both teams. It was nuts. It was like,
Hell yeah.
got your blood pumping, you're ready to go. And then I found out like there's only 4 teams on the map. There's like 12 players.
Oh,
So
is that it?
There was only one team left out there. We
Mm.
never saw them, and we got out of there.
Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I've only gotten like 3 rounds in, 4 rounds maybe. I've only run into one person because I was only doing solos. And I ran into one person. I did win, but that's all I've run into. So, and I haven't really been exploring too much. I'm still definitely learning all the loot and what the hell it is. So I'm still very early in it. But
Also,
like you said,
remember,
I
Fred,
absolutely love the aesthetics.
You were also playing it the initial night when it was in the middle of the week. Like, if we play tomorrow, we might see a lot more people.
Yeah.
It depends. I know that they've acknowledged, because that's like the number one complaint they have out there is the amount of people that are actually
Yep.
in the map, and they've acknowledged that that's an issue, and they want to look at that. And the UI can be it's a lot at one time.
Yes, it is.
It is. Yeah, there's a lot to learn, and I think that was one of the things that was catching me off guard, and not putting me off, but knowing that I have to play it more to learn it more and stuff to get a better grip and decide on it, because I'm like, this is me just not understanding what I'm doing, and there's so much there to do, especially coming from Arc Raiders where stuff is like clearly labeled and stuff. While I love the style, it's just something different, and I have to get used to it, type of thing.
It's gonna be a big learning curve. They didn't really water it down.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Rick? What have you been up to? What have you been playing?
Well, today I was rolling some Requiem a little bit. Outside of that, nothing particularly new, just kind of the same old. But when we get to it, I'll talk a little bit about my early experience with Requiem. So far, very good.
Good. Myself, let's see. I've been playing a lot of Dispatch on. I say a lot. I'm on the 3rd chapter on my ally while at work, and it's usually not a game for me, but man, I love that game. It is so well written. It's so good. The characters are really good. I find at the end of an episode, I'm sad that I'm not playing that episode more, like dispatching the heroes and stuff. Like, I almost want a whole game of dispatching heroes, that little like mini game that's in it, type of thing. It's so good. Love the characters. Like I said, writing's very good. Graphics are really good. Just love that game. I'm glad I finally got it. I was waiting to get it on the Switch too, and then of course it was like censored like crazy, and I'm glad I didn't, because right in the like first scene, there's things that are waving in front of your face, basically. And I'm glad. So I'm glad I got it on PC instead. Besides that, I played a little bit of Marathon. Like I said, love the vibes, love the colors, the aesthetics. Just need to play it more just to see where I'm sitting with it. Played about 2 hours of Requiem. I love it so far. What else did I play this week? I've had a cold like all week, and I'm finally getting out of it. So I haven't really been playing too much at home. After I get home from work, I'm just kind of like, ugh. Played the new World of Warcraft expansion briefly last night. And then I went to bed because I was tired. But yeah, other than that, I think that's about it. So, do you want to talk about how you're liking Resident Evil, Rick? And well,
Sure, but actually before that, I realized there's something that I've been also playing that I actually haven't mentioned, and amazingly, it's been like a tumor in this show that somehow keeps getting glossed over. like both of us have glossed over it entirely. What was it, 2 weeks ago, whenever it came out? I also got Ride 6, which for those for those who do not know, that is more or less Gran Turismo, but with motorcycles, which Polyphony made Tourist Trophy back on PS2, but only one of them. Ride 6 is kind of the new one of those. I picked that up. I think it came out on the 12th or somewhere thereabouts. Very good. Very good. The off-road stuff isn't really the greatest because it's not like it doesn't really have any jumps and stuff like that. And well, off-road, not even just dirt bikes, but just even the what are they called, like the endo bikes or whatever, the ones they use in like the Paris Dakar Rally and stuff like that. I mean, they're made to go over jumps, and like everything is like a regular flat course. So that's not the greatest, but just about everything else is good. Graphics are really, really, really impressive. The bike models are pretty much perfect. When you ride in first person view, which is admittedly not the easiest to do in a bike racing game, but I do it anyway. Seeing the little fuel cup thingies there and like seeing them like vibrate around and the actual fuel like bounce around, so it's pretty damn impressive.
Nice.
But so to Requiem, I imagine I'm probably a little further than most people that are in this chat or whatever, because
I wonder why.
I imagine most people haven't had a chance to play it yet. But
sitting at home working.
I was working from home. To be fair, actually, I did do a lot of work today. I actually was a lot busier than I thought I would be. But in between there, I did take breaks to play a little bit. It is probably the closest feeling to like Resident Evil 2 remake, under the great side. Obviously, Leon doesn't feel like that at all. But I only played as him for like a fairly early segment, and then it switches back to her. So to answer Castlebot here, it depends on the game. When it comes to the bike racing, I use the controller because you have to be able to like lean forward and stuff like that. When I play a car racing game, though, I always play with a wheel. I don't have it back here anymore, but I used to have the setup. I have a force feedback Logitech G920 wheel. I also have this little adapter thing that lets me use it on the PlayStation, so I play Gran Turismo that way and stuff. But you can't really do that on Ride because you have to be able to lean, and there's a whole lot more buttons. And the reality is, a steering wheel for a bike game would be less realistic than just using a controller anyway. So back to Resident Evil. So and I mean, this is by design. Like Grace's. Oh, also, I am playing Grace's in third person. It suggests playing. You can play either one in first or third. It suggests playing Leon in third and Grace in first. Fuck that. I'm playing both in third. I'll probably save a first person view for like another playthrough if I choose to do that. But I like Resident Evil far better in third. Like I did like 7 a lot actually, and I liked Village less so, but I did like it. But I wanted to play this in third, and I will say I'm glad to see that they didn't quite like. I was afraid they would kind of be like, okay, one really isn't very good and the other one is fine, but that's not the case. They did seem to do a pretty good job with both. And I mean, I was it you? I made the joke too of the like 10-degree FOV you get when you play first person.
Yes, yeah, which is very true.
Like your field of view is like that.
It is.
You're like a horse with blinders on.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so when you finally get to what I assume is probably the main setting, I know you do get to Raccoon City at some point. I don't know how much you're there, but you're in this like clinic, I guess you would call it. Right off the bat, it has very Resident Evil 2 like vibes. Like it clearly was intentionally designed to look kind of like Spencer Mansion and kind of like the police department. Mm-hmm. Like there's a dining room. The dining room looks exactly like the Spencer Mansion dining room. You know, the one that when Barry shoots the zombie on the ground or whatever. Yeah. So there's clearly a lot of like intentional throwback here, which is great. Like I like that.
Yep.
Combat feels good. That's good to see. She is very limited on ammo. I'll say that.
Mhm.
Very limited. It took a couple hours of me hoarding like crazy to even get above like 15 shots for her pistol. Yeah, this is very old school Resident Evil at this point. Leon's going to be far more like action heavy. Like he'll be,
Right.
I assume he'll be a lot more Resident Evil 4 and 6. But yeah, very, 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 very positive first couple hours. I'm definitely enjoying it.
Nice.
Now, are you running or are you kiting and meleeing?
Not melee, because actually with him you can melee all you want because he gets an axe and you actually can sharpen the axe. Like did you play 4 remake or no?
I have it. I want to.
Okay.
I just haven't yet.
So he gets, obviously Leon has a knife just like he had in the original version of 4, but it can break and you have to pay to repair it. That's not quite how it works here. He has I said an axe, it's more of a hatchet. And it does dull, but when it dulls, he can sharpen it. So he more or less has unlimited ability to melee, right? Grace does not. Grace actually will find knives or shivs or whatever they would be at the time in the environment. But once they break or you lose them, they are gone. Now you can craft new ones, but you got to use scrap is what it's called, and it's a lot more limited than the whatever it is you would find in 2, 3, and 4 remake. But so the reality is it's better used as a defensive technique. And even so you can't really use it like you're suggesting, just kiting people for that. But I do kite a little bit in terms of creating an opening because in survival horror, that's kind of what you have to do. You know,
Right.
You get all the zombies to an area and then you run around. But the zombies in this are not quite as easy to do that with because they are, and they Capcom had kind of advertised this leading up to it. These zombies actually retain a little bit more of their like human personality. Like for an example, one of the very early things that you'll see is you walk into this like long hallway, and there's a guy. This thing, like I said, this thing was like a clinic. This guy was I don't know what he was doing, but he's obsessed with the lights being either off or on. I forget which one it is. So you actually use that as a means to, and this is actually really clever design. You use it as a means to be like, all right, I need to get this guy moved. I'll flip on this light switch and then hide behind here, and it will attract him to go over and be like, lights off. And he'll hobble over. Yeah, and he'll flip them off. And then he'll actually stand there and just play with the light switch so you can sneak around him. and this happens with a couple of different things. Like there's a maid that's like obsessed with cleaning the blood off the mirror. Meanwhile, she's smearing more blood on the mirror, right? And stuff like that. So like, and that's just a couple examples, but there is a bunch of that. And
So it's like
cool.
Shaun of the Dead when the dad goes to turn off the rock music in the car.
I couldn't tell you. I've never watched
That's
that.
too loud.
Yes.
Too loud. That's so good.
But yeah, and then there's zombies that are. There's actually 2 of them, and there's a note that kind of calls them out that they're ladies that sing and they like to shriek, and when they shriek, it kind of activates the other zombies in the area. Think of like the witch from like Left 4 Dead, except not quite as detrimental. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like there's more to this than what I thought there would be. So I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, I like I said, I've only got about 2 hours into it. I've gone through her first area, Leon's little stint there that wasn't too long, and then kind of back to her a little bit. I do like how she sneaks around. I am doing the 10 FOV with her. I did swap to third, and it's good. But I started out with first person. I was like, I'm just gonna finish through it. And like Rick said, you know, on another playthrough or whatever, then I'll do it third, see how it feels. So far, really like it. One of the things that I noticed right off the bat, it's absolutely gorgeous. Pisser is doing black magic under the roof there. Pisser 2, yeah. Running at 4K with ray tracing is just insane on this. It looks, like I said, it looks very good. I was wondering, it does seem to dull down, not much, but just a little bit when it's with Leon, when he's fighting and stuff. it's more fast paced, so you can see some. If you're looking for it, you can see some stuff in the background.
I've noticed a couple other minor stutters, but it's pretty rare. It usually does hold up pretty locked 60.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the side by side with that was IGN that did it, that showed the Switch 2 running against the PC version?
It's crazy.
No, I didn't.
It was insane. I mean, you couldn't really tell the difference.
Yeah, there's a little difference, but honestly, considering that's on a Switch 2 and it's going up at like a 5080 PC at 4K, it's really not that bad.
And you put it on a smaller screen, you're not even going to really notice it.
It's quite impressive. It just goes to show that if there are developers out there that are willing to work on the Nintendo and actually get a feel for it, the Switch, it'll go places for sure. Pragmata looked great on it from what I saw. I never played the demo on it, but it was one of those other side-by-side videos things that looked great. So they're definitely doing work over there at Capcom for it. But yeah, I definitely want to get some more in time into the Resident Evil this weekend. I'm really, really digging it so far. Liking it a lot. But yeah, Pisser got updated to 2.0 for that specifically, I think. And
not yet. Not yet. But
I thought it had. I thought they said it had.
Well, this game does use Pisser 2, but the actual Pisser 2 has not actually been officially released to the console yet. It's in the coming weeks.
Gotcha.
The way they phrased it was kind of weird. But see, I'm not sure how it uses it, but it does. But the actual Pisser 2 is not yet available, but it will be within March, they said. So it's not far away.
Yeah. And it looks pretty promising from what they've been saying. And I guess other games can developers can retune it so the other games are upheld again. Another like graphics update type of thing. So,
but then also additionally, what I had sent you, I don't know if you saw it. Once that update is released, you can go into. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't, but you go into the settings of the Pro, and you actually can make it that even if a game doesn't get an update to take full advantage of the Pisser 2, the Pisser 2 will actually do a better job of the upscaling than the default one did. So that's actually cool. That's good to see.
Yeah. Especially now with with them talking about like possibly the PlayStation 7 or 6 not coming out until 27, 28. Like this is definitely a thing. Like, hey, if we can hang on a few more years by making this work out good, and if Resident Evil shows like, hey, look at what we can do, this system could definitely carry on for quite a bit. So yeah, big excitement for that. So yeah, that was kind of news too.
Do you think that maybe with what they're showing off with the RE engine, they'll actually start licensing it out, letting other people play around with it, or do you think it's so tailor-made to what they do?
I don't. I think it's such a like how Sony has what's it called the initiation. It's ICE. Funny enough, the initiative for the Common Engine. Like they're not going to license that out because it's built specifically for their teams. I kind of think it's the same deal here. I think Capcom probably specifically use it for their own stuff.
Yeah, which I totally understand because it probably works for that. I mean, they did it for Monster Hunter Wilds, and I mean, it looked good, but it also open world RE engine was kind of very taxing, even if it wasn't the DLC screwing up the frames. But it's pretty taxing on there. But obviously they're learning it more. But God, that is a gorgeous engine. There was a couple times because it does wetness incredibly good, like blood, stuff like that. But I did notice a couple times some of the characters almost looked like a doll because they went too crazy with the wetness on their face. It was almost like a sheen type of thing.
Yes, sometimes when Grace is supposed to be sweaty, it looks like she just climbed out of clear goo.
Yeah, it does. I was like, is that sweat or is she just got a whole sheen to her?
Melting, it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, she looks like a porcelain doll that's melting. Exactly.
But it's nitpicking. I mean, it's a great looking game. I told you I don't agree with what you said that it's the best looking game made. I definitely don't agree with that. But it's an undeniably good looking one.
Yeah, and the fact that it runs so well on console is just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody has played it on a standard PS5 or Xbox Series X, I don't give a shit about the S. I don't want to hear about that. Chime in. Let us know how actually it looks and runs on those. I know it doesn't get ray tracing, but outside of that, does it run at a locked 60? I actually don't know.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it too much either. News wise, nothing too crazy this week. I ran across a story this morning that I thought was kind of funny, and I was gonna see what you guys thought about this. So, Metacritic removes AI written Resident Evil Requiem review from website videogamer.com. The site last week fired its human staff and replaced them with AI journalists. Metacritic also removed several other reviews from the outlet, and then it continued on. And these AI writers have their own profile on like social links, and there's like pictures of them that are clearly AI people, and they even have like likes, dislikes under their stuff. And like, I'm on the boat of, I don't mind AI with figuring out problems, doing some artwork and stuff like that. I think it's part of our, it's going to be part of our culture, basically. But having AI write a review for a game, I kind of don't care about that at all.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But plus the fact that they were trying to hide it is pretty sleazy. And I am not in the war against AI like everybody else is, but something like that is not okay. Yeah. Especially to try to hide it. It's like, well, AI doesn't have an opinion.
Right.
I would say
people have opinions.
I would like it if it was presented as satire. Just like, oh my gosh, like look what they came up with. But I do also really want to point out that, like, between the two profiles, the one guy didn't have a profile banner, but his about was like dead on. I've seen that a million times. But then the second guy, he had everything was there, but then you go to like this little about was just like there was some broken English in there, and I'm like, oh, gotcha, AI, right there.
That's where it happened. Yeah. Like you said, Frey, if it was a website that wasn't already like, somewhat big or whatever, but fully lead into like, hey, we're just doing AI satire where we're just going into Gemini, whatever, and like write a review of what you think Resident Evil is, then if it contained, sure, I can see that. But when you're trying to push this to Metacritic and actual reviews that are scored and stuff, that seems a bit and the fact that you literally
it's very
fired its human staff.
It's very dishonest. That's the biggest problem too.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lane for that. Could you imagine, like, write a review for Resident Evil 9 from the perspective of Sherlock Holmes or something,
Yeah, see, that would be great. So you could have like a, maybe we shouldn't talk about this too much. Maybe I will start creating a little website, and
there you
go. Fred, you got to do one episode, and he's already replacing you with an AI.
Yeah, we could be on to something. It's been a blast.
It was fun while it lasted, Fred.
You came with a great idea, and now you can leave.
Clint's going to be a media magnet now.
So it seems like they obviously got a lot of backlash, as I think this should, because I think that's just ridiculous. And like Rick said, the fact that they would have let it slide if they didn't get caught on it is just, insanity. And then in some upsetting news today, we found out that Sony's Bluepoint pitched Bloodborne remake before closure, and it didn't happen, which prayers in chat, F's in chat. Awful news. Maybe someday, probably not.
Rip Baden.
Yeah, poor Baden. He's out there pulling out that wonderful hair he has somewhere.
we need a Baden react video to this. I'm just saying.
Me too. God.
Although I should clarify, Baden, do not shoot anybody.
Let's not go that far.
Do not go on a rampage or something like that. Like let's tone it down a little. But
was there any other news you guys knew about this week other than, we had a shit ton of games come out? WoW expansion, Resident Evil Marathon, new Arc season. I thought there was something else in there too, but I can't remember.
There's the unverified report from Schreier. Well, not unverified, but he hasn't given us the full details, just the snippet about Sony pulling back from single player PC ports.
Yep. My take on that is I think they are going to do it. We discussed it a little bit because I fully think the next Xbox is going to be an Ally that sits next to your TV. It'll have Steam. And they're not going to want, and plus the GameCube coming out at some point.
Yeah, I mean, to piggyback on that, the GameCube is going to be the Steam Deck, and the next box is going to be the Ally, like you said.
Yeah. And I think they know that most people are going to buy it there, and they're not going to buy their console as much. I'm sure the consoles will still sell like crazy, but not as much. So I think they are definitely going to pull back from that, which sucks. Because I guarantee you, if tomorrow they said, hey, day one, Sony games are going to be on PC, I'd be getting a GameCube with my PC, and I probably would step out of the console. Probably. Although the GameCube is a console. But whenever we get that. So what do you guys think?
You want to go take this one first, Freight?
I just my biggest thing on it is I feel like you're finding out more and more that they're not making as much money off from it as they probably hoped. A lot of that probably has to do with the fact they're not going day and date. I mean, by the time I got to Last of Us 2, I already knew the biggest turn. It was out there for everybody, when it came on a PS5.
Actually, you didn't, because you were surprised by the ending, you said. Remember?
Okay, yes, but that's not the biggest twist. The biggest twist happens in the first.
No, that was easily the most spoiled part of that game. It was hard to play that game and not know that happened.
But then you got to figure. I don't know what it costs for Nixus to spend time on it, because they obviously don't start like from development. They don't start with PC in mind. They figure it out in the back end. That's going to be a lot more added cost to that. Yeah. And I mean, it's not great, as far as the overall sales. And I like I said, I don't know what it costs for Nixus to do it. Obviously, it's not worth it for Bluepoint to do it. So maybe it's a business decision. And then, like you guys said, I don't think that was the main decision, but I definitely think that does factor into it to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Sony's built on exclusives, not to the level that Nintendo is, but as far as like on the, what do you call it? The premium experience, as they dubbed it, during the ABK files, that's what they're known for, and they can't let that go.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, since they've started doing it with their single player games, I'm not talking Helldivers and all that stuff, it has shown very diminishing returns. It started off on fire out of the gate. What was it? God of War, I think, might have been the first one, which Ghost of Tsushima did well. All those.
Spider-Man did. I think Spider-Man did well,
not as well as I thought, actually. But as it went, it got worse and worse. Spider-Man 2 didn't sell for crap on PC. I mean,
Spider-Man 2 also had a lot of internet hate against it too, so that I would felt like that factored in behind it.
Yeah, it did, but I mean, it's still Spider-Man, right?
Right.
And God of War Ragnarok surprisingly did not sell well at all.
I was surprised PC. On that one. Yeah.
When 2018 sold very well on PC. So it's weird. It did. I actually thought, if anything, they'd increase, because you would have more and more people, going, okay, the PC versions are getting better now. There was a couple that were great. There was a couple that were really bad. I mean, the original Last of Us was horrendous at launch, but they did finally fix it after a while. So it's like, okay, they're finally getting better. Now people are going to start buying them. And they just weren't. So it seems like it's not worth the cost to do it, and it's not worth the, not that this means much a lot of times, but it's not worth the taking people off of your ecosystem.
Do you think also that whole, because when all video game people get pissed off and blah blah blah, but PC are definitely a little bit above. Like, you piss off a Steam person or whatever, like, you're pissed off for the rest of the duration.
Right.
So like when that whole Helldivers 2 thing happened, and then there's sales like Ragnarok came out after that, right?
Yep. And didn't it require it?
It required it. So I think a lot of people got pissed off about that, and people on PC, they will carry shit with a chip on their shoulder forever on that stuff. And plus, not only that, but they can't reach multiple countries still, because you can't make a PSN.
Right.
So I'm wondering if that diminished sales too, and they're just like, you know what we burned our bridge with PC.
and you bring up a point that maybe actually leads me to another thought. Perhaps, and this is just spitballing here, but perhaps all along the idea, because when they were trying to force you to use the PSN login, even though it was a free login or whatever on PC, Maybe the idea was always to try to get a foot in the door so that then they can release their own store and not sell it on Steam and whatever. And when that bombed real hard, they went, okay, well, we're not going to waste our time then. Now, that very well may not be a thing at all, but saying that made me think about that. Like, very well, that could have played into it too.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows what PC players want is yet another launcher and a store to buy things from.
Right. Right. Well, yeah, I mean, it was never going to succeed. I'm not saying that at all.
Right.
I'm saying that it very clearly failed, even when they weren't charging you to do it. Maybe they went, well, we're not interested in giving Steam the, 30% cut, 35% cut, whatever Steam takes.
Yeah, which is wild.
I think it's 30 standard.
I mean, that's pretty
high.
Standard. I want to say that's what Sony takes on PlayStation. I think that's what Xbox takes on, or Microsoft takes on Xbox. So the problem is, Sony we're used to, since it's their own stuff, 100% of the cut.
Right.
They don't like giving a cut to Steam.
Yeah. Speaking of launchers, and I know it is first world problems, but man, I saw the Division 2 is up for sale on Steam, and I do want to get back into that game a little bit. And it's like $750 for everything, like gold, season pass, the expansion, everything, $750. And I was like, oh man, that's a bargain bin. But I'm like, Ubisoft launcher. Like it takes 2 seconds to click it and go, but I'm just like, I don't want to.
I actually don't mind the Ubisoft launcher. You should try the EA. That one is
the EA one is terrible. I don't think I've used the Ubisoft launcher in quite some time. It's been a while. But yeah, just let me have them all. I love that EA learned that everybody hates their app. And what was it? Dragon Age, and there was one more that just came out that you didn't need the EA app for. Battlefield.
Yep.
So
Battlefield.
You bought it through Steam and good to go. Like, do that for everything. That's fine.
I wish Epic would learn that literally nobody on earth wants to use their launcher. Some people want the free stuff. I'd rather pay for it and not use Epic's launcher.
I booted up Epic. What was it, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, or something like that? The only thing I have on there is Alan Wake, because I wanted to play Alan Wake on PC because of the graphics, and it's still so just bare bones. It's like, guys, put some achievements in. There's achievements for some games, but it's like, God, like,
I don't even
resource hog too.
I don't even care about that. It's the discoverability. You ever try to go on and look at their store? Because they're super generous on as far as the rewards with the money they give you back, and they're always giving away free games. It's actually
it's
if you
crazy.
look at it on paper, it's great, but man, the store is awful. And then even just like you said, the launcher trying to go through your library, I can't stand it.
I was gonna highlight that too.
Baldwin coming in.
That's the only thing it's worth launching for.
The last thing I launched the Epic launcher for was to delete my credit card. That's pretty good.
Yeah, in my case, when you hear people talk about it, I have no blind loyalty to Steam. I mean, I do like Steam. Steam's clean. Steam's organized.
Yeah.
I despise Epic as a company, and their launcher or their thing is known to be terrible. It is known to be an absolute resource hog. So I would rather not buy a game on PC. That I just understand about Alan Wake. I would have liked to play that on PC, and I understand Epic did publish that and all that stuff. I'd rather not get it on PC than ever. I will never use the Epic Games launcher. I could guarantee that I will never do it.
Yeah,
I would rather just buy the game somewhere else for full price than get it for free on Epic.
I'm now that you mentioned that, I'm kind of super glad that this Pisser 2.0 is coming out, because I absolutely want Control 2 looking fantastic, and I'm pretty sure Epic has rights to that because they will. I think. I think so. I haven't seen it on.
I'll look it up. Keep going. I'm almost positive they did announce
because the Firebreak ended up being on everywhere, so I thought they made enough money. No, they actually didn't make any money off of it.
Control Resident is on Steam.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, then maybe I will get it there. But I'm sure it will look great on Pisser 2.0 as with everything else. And I want everything to look good on Pisser 2.0 so I can just keep saying Pisser 2.0. On that note,
the problem, and this is a me thing. I have this complete mental block where I have to have something together, right? So like
Mhm.
the Remedy universe, whatever, I have to have it together.
Yep.
And you can't play Alan Wake American Nightmare anywhere but PC, so I do have that. But then I have to get Alan Wake 2 on Epic, and I don't want that. So it basically forces me to Xbox, which I like playing on Xbox. Don't get me wrong, but I would like to play it on a pro version of the Xbox, but there isn't one. So yeah, it sucks. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have no choice.
There was a it came across real quick on, like, I was scrolling socials, and it's like Alan Wake Remastered updated with HDR and this and that. I was like, oh shit, what's this? And I was like, oh, fuck, it's Epic Store only. I'm like,
really? I thought they said it was the Steam version too.
The one that I read, it was just saying Epic.
The difference is I don't think it's remastered. I think it's the original release.
Oh.
Because remastered already had HDR, the original version did not, and some people didn't like. I don't know what the problem was, but some people didn't like something about remastered. So plus actually remastered, I don't even think ever came to PC because there was no reason for it to. So that's why.
Alan Wake Remastered.
Wasn't the remastered the one that launched on Steam?
Yeah, no, this is Alan Wake Remastered PC updates. You can add a command to skip the intro. All right, okay. Visuals added HDR, unlocked frame rate from 200 frames to 240. DLSS, updated SDR to 10-bit. Blah blah blah.
Maybe remastered is only on Epic. That's why I didn't even know about it.
I was gonna say, because I'm pretty sure that's. And I was like, oh, it's like, God damn it! Not that I would have played it because I love the game, but it's just like I hate it when things are stuck somewhere, like you just said, like Metal Gear Solid 4 stuck on PlayStation 3 for
not in August, baby.
Not in August, but for how long has that been stuck there? It's like, God, just I hate that.
2007, I think.
Yeah. I hate it. Anyways, on that note, any more news, guys, or should we get to the segment?
One minor thing not minor, it's actually a pretty big thing, but you didn't mention this kind of is an addition to what Freight, I, and Alex talked about last week, which obviously was the news about Phil Spencer retiring and Sarah Bond resigning. Yeah. The specific add-on information was, I believe it was Tom Henderson that reported it, that Sarah Bond was the specific source of this Xbox Everywhere nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, a whole lot of people at Xbox were not in favor of this. But the idiot from T-Mobile was the one they decided to listen to. And she did a fine job of destroying the brand with that decision. I'm not talking about PC. Xbox should always be supported on PC because Microsoft is PC.
Right.
So I'm not talking about that at all. But again, Halo, Gears, that shit did not need to be on PlayStation. That does not need to be on Switch, assuming it even is. I don't know if it is or not. Some of it, sure. You know, the Obsidian stuff is one thing, right? The Bethesda stuff is one thing. But the actual like Microsoft long-term Xbox IPs, Fable is another one. That should not leave the Microsoft ecosystem, whether that's PC or Xbox. That should not be on PlayStation.
Right.
And the person who, surprise, was she the COO, the operations officer of T-Mobile? Either way,
I believe so.
Yeah. I think that's what she was. The COO of a mobile company, of course, was the one that said, "Hey, let's just neuter our brand and put stuff everywhere." And now Phil Spencer gets some blame for this because he didn't push back on it.
Right.
But it did make me a little less annoyed at him because at least he wasn't the moron that came up with this idea in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that said, I have seen a lot of people that were sad that Sarah Bond resigned. Even without this information, I'm like, how dumb can you be? How dumb can you be? Have you watched anything with her, of interviews with that? What would make you want her to be leading the Xbox division? I know she was clearly being groomed for it and set up for that, but it's like she has not proven to me one iota that she has any idea what she's doing. So why on earth did she get it?
I mean, it even was noted in the article that she was really good with studios.
Yes.
She brought Sega back into the fold, and if you actually look at with the Play Anywhere initiative, the one studio that has more games than anybody that's like not on Game Pass is Sega.
So
all of the new releases in there.
To be clear, I don't have an issue with Play Anywhere. Xbox everywhere is the issue. Is one I have issues with.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just, and I think that what it was reported too that she was a big somebody that really helped get the ABK deal over the line too. So she was her doing what she needed to do, and that's probably what got her to where she was.
You could argue that wasn't a good thing for Xbox, but I would argue that in fact. Hey, what's up,
I
Nick?
mean, but I definitely got to say, yeah, it's probably best she moves on.
Yeah,
Try something different. Wasn't
yeah.
working.
And not only like Rick said, whether she came up with this plan or whatever, but it did seem on social media like people that worked at Microsoft were speaking out as soon as she left. Like, yeah, we weren't fans of her.
Well, that's another thing. Actually, I didn't even mention this. Apparently, there was a lot of people that said she, like, internally, she was very difficult to work with.
Yeah, that's what I saw on social. Whether it's them just saying shit, who knows? But it seemed like that was the general consensus. But I guess time will tell what happens going further.
I won't lie. I know everybody's gloom and doom on it. I'm actually I have cautious optimism about a new era here. Now, what's her name? Is it Asha? Something like that?
Asha?
Asha. Okay.
Yeah.
Whether she does what I want her to do or not, I guess we'll see. But I think a fresh set of eyes was very clearly needed here. And to her credit, I know she has no gaming background or whatever. She's trying. She has even I know there was all kind of conspiracy theories about her having people play games on her account and stuff like that, which she clarified like no, that's not happening. It's a family account or whatever, but it's been corrected, whatever. But she is playing some stuff. I mean, she's not playing Call of Duty, right? But I don't know what all it was she was playing, but she's trying to learn about some of the stuff, and it's like, hey, that's a good thing in my opinion. Like she's trying to learn about it. You don't have to be an expert in this to do it.
Right.
In fact, contrary to popular belief, you technically don't have to be a gamer to do it, but it does certainly help to know the industry.
Yeah.
Like honestly, Sony under Jack Tretton never picked up a PlayStation controller in his life, I don't think, but he still knew what he was doing. But so I'm hopeful. I everybody focused on the AI thing, but I think that's completely misplaced because I don't even know what just because she was the CEO or whatever of Microsoft's AI division doesn't mean she's gonna be like, hey, we have to have AI in everything.
Right.
No, I'm not disputing there will be some, but since she wasn't like an AI engineer, for example, it's not like she's going to come over and be like, hey, this is what we can use AI for. It'll work for, maybe she will. I'm not saying she won't, but it's not a done deal like I see some people acting like it is. So I am cautiously optimistic that perhaps this will get Xbox at least back on a correct track, and we'll see.
I hope so. I mean, it's kind of almost the only way. I mean, this clearly could go bad, but it's seems like the only direction is up almost at this point with whatever decision they make. I don't think we'll see anything huge happen soon. I think it's going to take a couple years to whatever they plan to roll out, but yeah. Well then, gentlemen, are we ready for a review match game?
I suppose.
Ready.
All right. I have one locked and ready to go.
As do I. May I go first?
Because actually I'm really curious how, I have an idea of how this is supposed to go, but I want someone else to lead so I know.
I suppose you seem excited, Rick.
Okay. So here's how I did this. As we discussed in our thing, I pulled a blurb from the Metacritic, whatever you call it, like the preview of the review. Yep. So I'll also say, obviously we'll say what the game is, but I'll say what the publication or whatever is, what their score was, and in one case I'll even say who the reviewer was. It'll be the first one.
Oh, I know.
What's
I think
that?
You told us who the reviewer.
Oh yeah. Actually, I did. Yeah. And then obviously where the blurb would say what the name is, I'll just like this game, or I'll say like the previous game,
to
or
be fair,
developer.
these
or
reviews
like
are going to be redacted like the Epstein files, basically. So,
I think these will be a little more legible, but you know.
Wow, that was not something I expected to come on this show.
You get 3 words out of the review. That's it.
That's right.
Those are the control on things that you find where the whole thing's blacked out.
The of and please.
All right, the first game, best review from Gaming Trend, and specifically David Burdett, who many of you will know as, I guess he's actually like their editor lead, but I'm not sure. But a lot of people will know him from XEP's chat. He's pretty active over there.
Mhm.
This was his review for this game. It's not just that this game is bigger, it's better. Developer had already crafted an incredible title in the previous game, but they've graduated into building an immaculate one in this one. Its strengths are taken to new heights, tuned to being the best they can be, and what were once weaknesses transform into pillars the series can build on. Besides a few minor technical issues, this game is the perfect example of what you want a sequel to an already great game to be, and it's certainly a challenger for best game in this year. It was a few years ago. If I didn't say the score, he gave it 100 out of 100. Okay. Worst, I have no idea what this site even is. I assume it probably was not. It sounds German to me, but it was like Het Newsblad or something like that. It was a 6 out of 10. Did you know that indefinable feeling that you have to like something, that everyone in the amusement park is having a great time, but your mind is elsewhere? That's what we experienced when we played this game. The long-awaited new hit for this publisher. Yes, it's very well put together. Yes, it looks stunning. And yes, the battles are wildly exciting. Yet we feel something niggling. Is it the magic of that first encounter that has disappeared? Any ideas, fellas?
I have to erase because I started and I think I was wrong on that one.
I gotta
Baldwin, that is a very good guess, but no, it is not that.
That is a good guess.
And you also got to remember that would require somebody to actually have, integrity and say what Breath of the Wild really is. No, Nick, it's not that new.
All right.
I
guess.
You ready, gentlemen?
Ready.
All right, let's go.
I'm probably off. Mine.
No, but Clint was
Ragnarok.
close. Clint was close.
God of War.
The correct answer.
I was silking it,
no,
and then
hold
you were like
on.
a couple of years ago. I was like, oh.
Hold on. Give us.
The best hit I can say is you were close. Same year.
Same year.
Think about this. You were close and the same year.
And is it an action game?
Yes. Action adventure.
I got another guess.
Go ahead, Frank. No Spider-Man 2?
Nope.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, Silken.
Silken got it. Yep. Yep. I didn't say anything, but he got it.
Good
West.
one. Good one.
Yep.
All right, Silken. 1 point for Silken. 1 point for Silken. Should we just keep going around, or do you want to do your 3? Or
no, go around.
All right.
Okay.
Do you mind if I go next, Frank?
That's fine with me.
All right. All right. So this is the best, right? Hold on. Let me make sure. Yep. This is the best review of said game. Blank is an excellent example of style over substance, a game that falls apart at the moment you start playing. Functional third-person shooter with neat-looking story sequences, but not much more. That's the best.
That was the best, okay.
The worst, let's see, poorly made and ineptly designed.
I already know what it is.
Blank cosplays as an open world game to its detriment. The lifeless cardboard realm we could
I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is.
Aggressively closed off. Its sandbox appearance nothing more than a desperately
That's right.
Desperately
I actually got it on the first one.
dressing
I'd same
of the
here.
cover.
I was like, it's a troll. It is
Yeah,
totally a troll. Of
And
Rick here.
unfortunately, you said that.
Also,
I had an honorable
my
mention of
favorite
Mind's
game.
Eye.
I was gonna pick it too, but I was like, no, one of
Well,
them
here,
gonna go for it.
before you go here, I'll say this because it was the bonus round, and I did it to make fun of you know who. I said best review,
I
and
was-
now I obviously wasn't going to say it, but it's Joe LaRussa, a 6 out of 10. If you ask the average player of video games who Leslie Benzies is, the answer would likely be, who is she? But if you said the same thing to virtually any game developer now or over the last 30 years, the answer would almost immediately be the former Rockstar producer and the guy who saved Red Dead Redemption. In game development circles, Leslie Benzies is a man who needs no introduction, and to the hardcore gaming community, seeing that his pedigree is Rockstar through and through, well, that's enough to pique anyone's interest. And specifically the part I thought this would be funnier, shut up, soaking it, is because when I went to the review to read this, the review had a comment on it as of last month. It said, quote, "This game isn't even worth $10, much less full price. This score is a joke, and this review is misleading," end quote. And I put it as anonymous, who seems to know more about game critiquing than the actual reviewer. That was what I put.
Oh boy, stirring the pot.
Okay. All right, Frank, your turn,
All right.
sir.
Let's see what you got, Freight.
Okay, so the top one is I just went for like the top ones. I didn't necessarily look for like known outlets per se.
That's
Doesn't have to be.
fine.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
This one is from Hey Poor Player. That gave this game a 90.
Okay.
This may not be the most original game, but virtually everything about it is well executed and a joy to experience. With an excellent story, interesting characters, great voice acting, and seemingly never-ending amounts of missions, this is my favorite game in the series in years. Actually, it's not more of a series, more of a genre, maybe? This one's
Okay.
kind of a hard. I can't say it without giving it away.
Yeah, right.
That's fine.
Fans will find plenty of reasons to once again to get lost in this world.
Okay.
Space, whatever. That
the
was the top one.
Mhm.
The lowest one was from We Got This Covered. They gave it a 40. This isn't a bad game. Just one that does the bare minimum at all times. There's no depth, complexity, or novelty here, and no sense of creative or artistic direction. This is a product, not a labor of love.
Unfortunately, I have it on the tip of my brain and I can't think of what it is. Like that first one, I had something in my mind the whole time and I couldn't quite pinpoint. what
I
it
know.
was.
Yeah.
I can give you a hint. All I gotta say is one thing that I took out of it, and it's not even the name of it, and you guys would probably pick it up. That's why I had to take it out.
Well, don't tell us, but
let's see. Hold on.
this is a long shot. But which one was it here?
Can you read?
Oh,
Can you read that first review again, real quick? The good review.
This may not be the most original game, but virtually everything about it is well executed and a joy to experience. With an excellent story, interesting characters, great voice acting, and seemingly never-ending amounts of missions,
It's not
this is my
one.
favorite game in
I got
years.
I think.
Okay.
I got it.
I think that line right there really gives it away there at the end too.
All right. I think I got it. I think.
I'm
Nope.
struggling here. I thought I had it, but
That's okay.
that last one.
I'll be surprised if this is it with that bad review, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys ready?
Wait a minute. I'll stick with
I'll,
my first one, even though I know it's not right. All right.
Turn it.
Yep.
I got Baldur's Gate.
No,
Oh,
not
sorry.
Baldur's Gate. AC
it's
Shadows. No. Okay. I'll give you the hint. It's a Star Wars game.
Oh, Star Wars Outlaws. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I actually would not have even thought about that.
Yeah, but
Yep.
that fits.
And I
Okay.
thought when it said the
So you
never-ending
get this in
amounts of
chat, too.
missions, I was like, that's Ubisoft right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Yeah. Which
I actually still don't know. I still don't know if I'd have got that. Actually, I don't think I
Yeah.
would have.
No, I don't think I would have either because the whole mission thing was I was like, oh, Baldur's Gate had so much content,
It's
and
true.
the cast of characters were great, but
I mean, I would have found 100. You know, the highest I could find was a 90 on Outlaws.
Yep. Rick, your turn, sir.
Okay, so there'll be something interesting about this one, and I'll explain it afterwards, or when I get to it, rather. First review, and it wasn't just that it was the highest. It was you also bear in mind when I was picking my reviews, I had to pick ones that I could read without giving away what it was too, right? So the one that I picked for best was actually GameSpot, even though nothing GameSpot has ever done is best, but nevertheless, they gave it a 10 out of 10. So that should already get it, kind of lead you in certain directions because they don't give a lot of 10s. Somehow, this game is even greater than the sum of its parts. Yet each piece of the game is masterfully crafted. I found the whole experience transcendent and was impressed by how it felt both novel yet familiar, elevated and modern, yet so reminiscent to the fantasy RPGs I sunk countless hours into. I shouldn't have said RPGs, but whatever. On my little gray PlayStation. But that's not saying this is on PlayStation, but it's just saying when you play this PlayStation. Okay. But most importantly, it made me remember that we are lost without hope. It sounds silly and cliche. I know, sometimes it can be. It also certainly doesn't put out the fires set all over the world. This is very GameSpot-ish, but it reminded me that giving into despair and fear serves no one, myself included. It reminded me that the fantasy and fiction have power. Words and stories have power. They can inspire and comfort, and these things that are vital to preserving. And it reminded me that the proof of good in the world can be us, and that's a good start. The worst. Now, this technically was not the worst review. The worst reviews I couldn't use because there was no way to get them to work. But this one was only a small bit higher in score. And this was Tierra Gamer, whoever the hell that is. And they gave it an 85. So bear that in mind. This is a very good game, right? This game differs from the unique proposition that the developer promised to deliver for the West over 8 years. Its structure clearly reflects a similar game, not the same thing, but a similar one. And based on that foundation, the team has refined and built one of the most entertaining games of the year. While the developer has demonstrated its mastery in many areas, such as its ability to create fascinating worlds and an unmatched aesthetic, it can offer much more in gameplay. There was a couple important words in there that if you attach onto it, you'll figure out what it was. But my advice is consider the scores, because that's very relevant. And then consider a couple things that second review said, and also the fact that it's an RPG. I did say that, and I should not have, but consider the fact it's an RPG.
So he called it a great game. That's why I was going to go that, but Rick has too much hate to call it a great game.
And I don't think it got. You said it got a 10 at GameSpot.
It got a 10. Yeah.
I don't think Expedition 33.
Also, I don't think I said I thought it was great. Did I?
What? Yeah. Well, to
be clear,
this is a great game.
Do. Yeah. I do. I just don't remember saying that, but
because when you were talking about the lowest score you could find was an 85, or one of the lower ones, and you said it was because it's a great game.
The lowest score I could find was an 8, but I couldn't use that blurb.
Right. Gotcha. Too much. All right. We ready?
All right. Let's go.
We got Final Fantasy 7.
No. You guys want to try one more time?
Baldwin was going to be one of my other guesses.
I was going to say, is it the
I have only played about 2 hours of Trails, so I would not even have opinion on those.
You said you enjoyed it, so it's going to be not the first Zelda, but the second Zelda.
What? Tears of the Kingdom will be the second one.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. That's what I'm going to say. Because I think that got a 10. I think.
Of course it did.
Oh my gosh.
It's Zelda.
I don't think Tactics scored that high.
I don't like Tactics.
So he's not a Tactics fan.
I'm not saying it's bad, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
I can't believe nobody has gotten this. I really thought for sure this was going to be an easy one.
Gosh, I just like the RPG. You mentioned Worlds, and that got me too. But I was like, man, Outer Worlds didn't score that high. Starfield
Is it Persona?
Definitely didn't.
Is it Persona 5?
Oh,
Persona 5's too old. Remember, you said the last 5 years. Persona 5.
Oh, yeah,
Persona 3 Reloaded.
No, but those were good guesses. Metaphor Refantasio.
That got a 10?
It got a ton of 10s.
No
Yeah.
shit.
And I
Well,
forget
I mean,
there
I
is the
knew it
whole
did, but
other
I was
world.
surprised at GameStop. Yeah, that's a good one.
Like,
Yep.
if you look at everything that I read through that, it's like, yeah, that all does really
matches up.
It all points directly at. I'm
Yep.
afraid I wasn't sure how much you played that, so I didn't know if you would get it. Clint, I thought for sure you were going to get it. I'm actually kind of surprised.
Now
you
I got to get rid of my fucking third one. So thank you for that. Because I had Metaphor.
Oh, right. I'm glad I put it second then. That's funny.
Oh god. Also, side note, Silken has said they gave.
Hey, Silken, you watch your bitch mouth there, sir.
However, GameSpot also gave Rainbow Six Siege a 10, which whatever.
No, what? Yeah, I want to be very clear. I don't trust GameSpot's reviews at all. but like, what? Well, there was a few things like I tried to say that really emphasize. Number one, obviously, the fact that I slipped up and said RPG. Number two, the high reviews, because that game did not get a low review anywhere, basically.
Yeah.
Number three, aesthetic. That second review, that was the word I was saying.
Yeah,
the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Well, see, I was really clinging to the different worlds and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Which it does, because
which
is like
it's like the fantasy world thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's also the real world that you're basically living in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't finished it, so I actually don't know.
All right.
All right, who's next? Was it Clint?
Yep. And then I have to find a third one. Okay. Ready?
I should get bonus points for making him have to do extra work during the show.
I mean, we need points at this. I
thought I was doing good. Thought I was doing good.
Silking it, obviously, but
Silking it coming in hot. Funny enough, this is from the Video Gamer website that just got all the hate for the AI, and it got a 100. Blank is everything it needs to be and more. The vocal performances are emotive and captivating. What's more, the title boasts a compelling story and excellent presentation. It does its damnedest to make your choices actually matter when tailoring your story.
Okay, this is
Dispatch.
Oh!
God damn it. That's what you get for reading. So yeah, anyways, it was Dispatch.
No, you don't say.
That's the free space. We're playing bingo, right? That's the free space.
That's the free space. Son of a bitch.
Man, Clint's feeling all over the place.
I'm on
here.
fire. All right, Freight, you go, and I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you gotta pick two now. Quick. You gotta pick two more.
H.
Here we go. I'm gonna go.
That's funny.
That's pretty good.
This one is from Attack of the Fanboy.
Okay.
They gave it 100. This is an outstanding achievement. Every part of it, from its characters to its combat, was put there with a purpose. Not only does it deliver satisfyingly slick action RPG combat in between masterfully directed cutscenes, but also a story with real heart. Most importantly, it's incredibly clear that a team of creative individuals were behind every decision. There's a human element that permeates every aspect of this game, and it'll end up becoming a lot of people's favorites in the series because of that. Then we have the lowest, which was one of the low ends, was a 60 from Eurogamer.
Surprise.
Yep.
A smart combat system straining under the weight of a characterful but ponderous pseudo-medieval soap opera with some of the grandest bosses and dullest side quests in the series' history.
What was the score Eurogamer gave again?
60.
And what was the second review again?
A smart combat system straining under the weight of a characterful but ponderous pseudo-medieval soap opera with some of the grandest bosses and dullest side quests in the series history.
I got it.
Yeah,
I think I got it. Let me write it down, I guess.
What's up, Luke?
Luke, you missed it. We announced Freight today as our permanent third.
We're a throuple.
God damn it! You guys keep making it weird.
This is a podcast about entertainment. When
that's right.
Triples are entertaining. Anywho, um,
Right, ready?
all right, are we ready? Go. I got Final Fantasy 16.
That's what I said as well. I can't get.
All right. Yeah.
It was the
Silking
medieval.
He pulled it before I even got to the lower end. I feel like I just looked over and boom, Silking it.
Yeah. As soon as I typed it down, or wrote it right out there, I was like, oh damn. Did you come up with something, Clint?
I think I might have something.
Did you play that, Freight?
I did, and I didn't like the combat system at all. I actually enjoyed the story, so I disagree with you, Grammar, on both points.
I like the story. Yeah,
the story's amazing.
And the combat for me, I didn't mind it. However, it got repetitive because once you learned a few moves,
it's too simple.
That's all you did.
Yeah,
that's like all you did.
Well, and then I don't remember. We were talking. Actually, I guess we were talking about this recently, Freight. The problem was too that like it does Devil May Cry, but without Devil May Cry's like difficulty curve, so it lets you just do the same thing over and over again. Like that's the problem. It's not that it has to be hard. There's no depth to it though.
That's exactly it. There was no, even if you wanted to, you really couldn't go that deep. It was just very basic combos.
Yeah. I think I've got one.
Remember not to read the name this time.
I know I'm gonna have to try and like. I was so focused. I was so excited. I was like, Dispatch is such a good one. And then I was gonna be like, they're gonna need a clue, and I'll be like, people want a second season. And I was like, Freight will get it on that one. But no, don't worry, that was a freebie, boys. Let me see. All right, here we go. This is from Game Blast and 80.
This is the high. Wow.
The game got several 80s.
Okay.
Blank is a sequel that surpasses its predecessor by delivering dynamic combat through the blank, because it'll give away, and skateboarding mechanics. The title also features well-designed side activities, challenging boss battles, and an entertaining comedic narrative. That's the best. And the worst... let's see. Unfortunately, the game is very simple. The platforming, combat, and puzzles are extremely easy. While Blank manages to excel in moments where it pushes its own boundaries and presents unconventional sections, 90% of the adventure consists of segments where all the game's good ideas are executed in the simplest ways possible.
I don't think I'm right here, but...
Oh. I definitely have it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Sorry, can you read it?
You got it. Yep, you got it. High on life too.
I was trying to think
skateboarding. When you said they added the skateboarding, I was like, oh, that's High on Life too. That's High on Life too, right there.
I was like, if they've played it, and I wasn't sure if you've played it.
I haven't yet, but
I absolutely detest that kind of humor. So now I have no interest in High on Life whatsoever.
Gotcha.
I saw Red Beast say it like after I put mine. I saw Red Beast said that, and you immediately put it. I'm like, yeah, it's High on Life then, and I figured you might know.
Now I gotta see if I can find another one here. Jesus.
You want me to give you a minute? Or you want me to read off my next one because you're gonna have to pay attention.
You've got one. You've got one more, right?
Oh,
okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now I want to bear in mind there's gonna be a lot of people on watch lists. Based on this one, so
okay, all right. We're already talking about threesomes. Let's just calm down here.
All right.
So I think I have Steam set to filter these games off from my list, so I don't know if I've seen it.
Oh boy!
Best review that I could find was from Pure Nintendo, and they gave it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
This game provides a ridiculous story, funny dialogue, and repetitive but entertaining combat. Still, it suffers from uncomfortable situations and humor that appear as over-sexualization of minors. Worst is a little bit longer. From Cubed 3, they gave it a 4 out of 10. Given the title, this game doesn't really throw a lot of curveballs. Seeing as how each pair of underwear has their own strengths and weaknesses, there's actually a bit of depth to the action. As long as players make effective use of cover and manage their stamina, they can avoid getting shredded to pieces. The 3 modes of play are also appreciated. However, the camera is a constant nuance. Aiming is really unreliable, and the lock-on isn't great either. Then there's all of the lolicon garbage, which has no place anywhere. There's some editorializing right there. Altogether, this is a strange and only somewhat amusing game. It just can't quite reach its full potential. I said something there that I probably shouldn't have that might give it away.
It was along the lines of what I was thinking, but it's a complete shot in the dark. You did. I don't know if I'm right, though. I could be way off.
You still thinking, Clint, or you go, okay, I couldn't touch on something.
Yeah, I'm like stumped here. I'm trying to think of like.
I won't lie. I thought of this game because I thought it would be funny, and I had to look up the name because I couldn't actually remember what the name was.
So that's definitely not it.
Well,
I'm just gonna, because we'll be here all night. Why is my thing working? Damn it!
Nah, so it's not a Neptunia game.
That's a good guess though. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
All right, ready? Go.
No,
but actually, Chainsaw Lollipop's not a bad one. Not a bad one.
Good guess.
I did see.
Galgun or something
Luke said
weird.
that. Luke said that's a Suda 51 game.
It's
not a Suda 51 game. But
weird.
Yeah. Do you guys want to guess or no?
Is it? It's not out yet. So what was that? What's that game that's coming out? Or I don't think it's out yet. Where it's literally, fuck. What's it called? Never mind.
The fact that it's on Nintendo is just blowing me away. You know what I mean? Like
it's also on PC. It's also on PC.
Right, but I mean, like, for it to be allowed on there, and what you
actually
just described.
I think you were on the right track.
What do you got?
I believe it is out in Japan. It's just it hasn't come out in the West yet. I don't think. It's Panty Party. Like you are literally
simple, straight to the point. Yeah. You know,
you are a pair of panties in this game.
Is this on Steam?
I'm pretty sure. It's definitely on the Switch, but I think it is on Steam.
I'm going to make like clips of this episode, and I'm gonna somehow mail the threesome and panties into it somehow.
It is indeed on Steam. It is,
and we are going to get canceled.
Yep.
And actually, it is
first and last.
It is available on Steam.
What is it called? Panties Party?
No, just Panty Party.
Oh, Party.
It's it is a third-person shooter where you are literally a pair of panties.
It's a very It's so loud, Jesus. It's a very positive. 933 reviews. Let's see. Your friend Rick owns this game. Okay.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
I must find the warrior of love. And yeah, you are just a pair of. This is like Squirrel with a Gun, but your panties.
That's actually about right. Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, it is genuinely kind of funny if you can look past the sexualization of minors, evidently. Which I actually, to be very clear, I did not
really
even know
hard thing to look past, though. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if you just get past the pedophilia, you know, we're all right.
How did this game come to your mind, Rick?
Because for my third game, I was like, I want to think of something completely absurd, and I remember seeing this on like pure Nintendo or whatever, or. Yeah, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "I have my game."
Okay,
all right.
I never heard of it.
Nope, I never have.
Oh, here we go.
I honestly think this would probably block from my list on Steam.
No, it is not. It is. As I was about to tell you, the very first line of about this game: warning.
No hentai
content in this game. All you get is funny. Yeah. It's actually not a sex game at all.
Okay.
I have to find the warrior of love. The warrior of love. Yes, it is you, the one who loves panties. The warrior of love.
You know what, Luke? Joke's on you. Now yours is all jacked up too because you're probably watching this on your phone right now, and it just picked up all of this.
It's picking up your TikTok.
Good luck for your little ads everywhere.
You're gonna have a bunch of little Japanese ads. Oh yeah.
Bento boxes, you know. Yeah.
What's this bento box? Is that
music.
anything?
Energetic dancing music. It
Little
is the
kid goes to
melody of
school, bento
panties.
box.
Oh,
And
Yep.
I actually didn't realize they were like kids meals.
Oh my god.
I just thought it was pre-made like Japanese meals. I didn't know it was kids meals.
what's like a lunchbox? Basically.
there's 18 achievements. I collect bear panties. Okay.
Clint's gonna buy this goddamn game.
I know,
can
right?
Tell. I can tell he's gonna buy this damn game.
That was pretty interesting.
I mean,
you know?
it's for the clips, right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
totally for the clips. He's getting
Wow.
the content.
Exactly. You gotta.
I can
find
see
the
Clint
clips.
typing, "Can you play this game one-handed?" I can see it now.
How much is this on? How much is this on
$10.
CD keys? I don't want to pay $10. I'll pay $6.50.
I know when Clint's out
There's
in his
I
van,
may have just
on his
introduced
break.
Clint to his new favorite game. I
with his
actually might
ally,
have.
you know,
Yeah. What are you playing at work? Oh, you know.
Imagine someone looking over your shoulder. You're like, I gotta
boy.
explain.
and here's something I
Um,
thought the worst thing would be episode 4 of Dispatch. You know, how wrong you were, my friend.
Oh man. One of the achievements. I like to stare at panties. Collect all the unpopular panties.
Yeah.
All right.
Now,
That's anyway.
I will say, in my defense here, or the defense of whoever's playing this, whatever. Don't forget, a lot of us play the Yakuza games, and there is Captain Libido in one of them. I forget which one he's
very
in.
true.
And there is one of the missions is the guy who is obsessed with panties. I think that's in. Is that Kiwami 2? I forget which.
You remember in
Um,
Zero
I-
when you got to be the whole dominatrix thing? Was a side mission.
Yep.
That one.
She was the very shy dominatrix, and you had to teach her to be more firm. And she was being firm with you, and the little kids come up to you. You're
I
at the
would-
playground. They're like, "What are you doing, Mister?"
I would just like to point out that the whole time that we've been streaming this, we've had about 7 to 8 viewers.
It
viewer
jumped
count
up.
has
It
gone
jumped
up
up. That's
when we
right.
started talking about the panty party.
Panty Party is bringing in the audience. I'm telling you.
We
All right.
found our market, boys. This is how we get popular.
Oh man.
Do you have any more, Freight, or did you do
I
3,
do.
or-
I have
Okay,
my
go
third
ahead.
one ready to go.
All right. And then I'll be ready.
Okay, we're gonna go. This is Games Hub. Gave it 100. This is an incredible experience and a rare fantasy adventure that grasps deeper themes wholeheartedly, telling a story that is cinematic, dynamic, beautiful, and heart-wrenching at every turn.
I know what it is.
What a wonderful world we live in that games like this exist.
I know what it is.
Then the other one is, let's go with this one. The other one was 50 from Metro Game Central. An
Maybe
extremely workmanlike throwback to early generations of platform adventure that completely wastes its interesting setting and gorgeous
maybe I don't
visual
have it.
design.
It is definitely not what I thought it was. Now, can you reread the second one again?
Yep. An extremely workmanlike throwback to early generations of platform adventure that completely wastes its interesting setting and gorgeous visual design.
Read the first one again one more time, and then I think I'm good.
I think I spelled this wrong, but
This is an incredible experience and a rare fantasy adventure that grasps deeper themes wholeheartedly, telling a story that is cinematic, dynamic, beautiful, and heart-wrenching at every turn. What a wonderful world we live in that games like this exist. That's 100.
yeah, no, I'm definitely wrong. But I'm gonna stick with it, even though it's wrong. I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong, but because of the first review. But go ahead,
Yeah.
ready? I said Silk Song.
Get there?
What?
Ukulele.
Yeah,
No,
I-
nobody said it yet.
I was sticking
No
with
Lost
the.
Crown, Bloodstained.
No.
How recent is it? How
Last 2 years.
and is it a platformer kind of thing?
You could say that. I would say that it's probably more than anything. That's what it would identify as.
See that's the platforming part of it was what I specifically went with ukulele because I couldn't think of anything else that came out.
So I mean that's the way it plays.
story.
It might be.
Well, yeah. As soon as you read the
something
first
else,
one,
but
when you read the first one, like yeah, it's definitely not ukulele because there's no freaking story there.
Yeah, I don't know what you got, unless
Astrobots. No, you guys give up?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I thought for sure you guys remember South of Midnight because I was starting with the South.
Oh,
and then you told me on it.
Son of a bitch!
Oh my god!
I get half
saved
a
it for
point.
last.
I get half a point.
Oh man!
Well, in my defense, I can't believe anybody would be stupid enough to give that game a 10 out of 10 either. So
that's hilarious.
Because I kept in the full disclosure, guys, when we were testing this on our phones, and I don't know why I was an idiot, and I kept writing South every time it was showing the screen. Yeah. Clint goes, "Did you pick South of Midnight?" No. What are you talking about?
At least you didn't read the name of the game off while you were talking in the review.
Yeah, Clint still wins Dumbest Man of the Day award. So
yeah, so I made sure to say it for last. So you guys forgot about it, you know.
Silking it. I did forget about that, to be fair. So that was a solid move. and Silking it. Metaphor deserves a 10 way more than South of Midnight deserves a 10.
All right. Are we? I think I've got one.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got one more, huh? Yeah.
I got one more. Gentlemen, ready?
Wait a minute. I gotta get my app back up. I closed it.
Okay.
I forgot. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm good.
Blank is a triumphant return to form for one of gaming's most loved developers. It's an epic and grandiose adventure, interwoven with intimate, powerful stories about its cast of endearing and quirky companions. It is a truly stunning world to explore with hidden secrets, alluring side quests, and literal treasure everywhere. That's the best review. Hold on. Let me scroll down here to find a bad one. This game got a lot of reviews. So that's like another hint. You haven't heard. What's this one say? Okay. Blank is terrified of what players might think of it, and so it plays it safe. So safe that it trivializes combat, minimizes exploration, and almost completely disregards players' choice. In the end, all that's left are pretty graphics and a decent story.
I thought Silken it might have been onto the right idea there. There's simplified combat most certainly does not qualify as Silk Song.
Right.
So this is a lot harder than I actually thought it would be.
Yeah, in my mind, I was like, "Oh, we'll get this fine," and it's like, "That's actually a lot harder." Yeah, I'll have to come up with something a little bit easier.
Can you read the second one again?
Yes. If I go back to it. Oop, no. Blank is terrified of what players might think of it, and so it plays it safe. So safe that it trivializes combat, minimizes exploration, and almost completely disregards players' choice. In the end, all that's left are pretty graphics and a decent story. It's almost the opposite of like.
Got it.
I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is.
Okay.
Hold
okay.
On. Let me. I don't know why. Oh, got it. Never mind.
I think I know what it is.
I couldn't think of the name. I'm like, I know what it is, but. I can't make that one fit. Or penmanship.
Well, I can tell you for sure then that Freight and I have different answers because what I'm saying is not very long.
Well, maybe you're just using the small hand or whatever. All right,
ready?
Gentlemen, ready? Let's see it. No on both accounts.
Really?
Really?
Yep.
Wow. I
Good guesses. Good guesses.
Freight, I as soon as I saw yours, I was like, that's not it because there's no choice.
I will say
in
Rick is closer.
How close?
The return to form for developer made me think.
Same style of game. Party members, choices. Blank is a triumphant return to form for one of gaming's most loved developers. It's an epic and grandiose adventure interwoven with intimate, powerful stories about its cast and endearing and quirky companions.
It's not KCD then.
I got another guess.
All right.
Give me one more minute to postulate this.
That was another one I was thinking Silicon it.
Yeah,
I was thinking that at first too, but I don't think it's that.
No.
I know this ain't it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. All right.
Nope, not Borderlands. Go ahead, gentlemen. Rebirth, nope. Starfield, nope. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I know I'm gonna be like, motherfucker, I should have known that.
Dragon Age Veilguard.
Oh, yep.
Yep. I should have known that. I'll be honest with you, and I mean, I'm not going to make excuses. If you said the score, I actually might have got that. Because Veilguard had very high scores and then kind of some low ones.
Yeah. One, the first one was 100, and the last one was from IGN, not IGN America, some other IGN.
IGN gave it a 9, so they gave it a high score.
Yep, gave it a 64.
Yeah,
well,
if I'd have thought enough about the lack of exploration, I'd have probably been able to pinpoint to that.
Yeah.
But.
We all did 3, correct? I don't want to shortchange anybody.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us, gentlemen. Freight, since you are our newest member, I think you should start off with the fortune cookie. This man came prepared. He was only asked the other day to be on here, more often, and he went out and got himself a box of fortune cookies ready to go.
Unlike a certain co-host here who went like 2 months without any cookies.
I just had to go over to the fridge and get them. That's all.
No. There was a while where you didn't even have any. You routed them and didn't go buy them.
Maybe.
I gotta say, this is actually rather fitting. I got.
Oh.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Bide your time, for success is near.
Oh. Is it because we're talking about Panty Party?
No. I went from a loyal listener to now I'm a loyal listener. Show,
yes, we really do appreciate.
But then it's not a fortune; it's the past.
Oh, yes.
Okay. This is getting
but
too
I
deep
bought
thought.
it.
Let's just
2 days ago.
Fair enough.
So,
fair enough.
Okay.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, all right. So technically, the fortune is old. All right. Anticipate a surge of motivation and enthusiasm, everyone.
While you play Panty Party. A real surge in enthusiasm.
We're ending it here, folks.
Someone in your life needs a letter from you. Well, I got a letter for you, and it's F.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, folks. And Freight, thank you once again for joining us completely, making us a threesome, making us whole finally.
God damn it.
I think I'll be here next week, so I think we'll be good. I'll try and think of some other segment to come up with and another little game to play. But I think that's it for us, folks. Anybody else got anything to say? Nick, Rick?
Well,
no.
Well, I mean, we need to give Freight a chance to let people know where to find him.
No, yes, go right ahead, Nick.
Freight Conductor, out everywhere. Blue Sky, it's like Freight.Conductor on Blue Sky, Freight Conductor on Twitch, Freight Conductor on YouTube. Stream it, mess around with some videos on there. You can find the stream schedule there, and Discord's the same too. Probably in the Discords that you guys. Everybody here hangs out in the same Discords we do. So
beautiful. Love to see it. You can find us anywhere. Just type in Spreading the Nerd, and you will most likely find us on YouTube, Threads, Discord, TikTok, all that good stuff.
And then the proper authorities will find you for searching for that. Just saying.
Probably. Probably.
Twitch 4969, all the places: Twitter, Xbox, Steam, PlayStation, and I have slowly dipped my little toes back into Discord since the nanny state has chosen to delay their overbearing parentage.
Very good.
So we'll see. We'll see. I might be tiptoeing around in there,
dabble.
perhaps checking to see how much people are playing Panty Party while I'm hanging out. You know,
I'm gonna have to turn off my visibility.
No more Discord snitching on me. Dang it.
Yeah. Oh no, I forgot to go invisible. No. Well, on that note, thank you very much, folks, for joining us. It's been a blast. And until then, enjoy Panty Party and let us know what you think about it next week. Take care, folks.